Hello everyone, how lovely to have you back with me again. It's Michelle sharing everything arty. So what have I got today? I have got some Clara sketch ink. It's the Rosa and Klingner, which is for fountain pens and rollerball pens and brushes. It's waterproof. So I've got that. But I guess what you're all looking at is probably, I have another Tom's Studio box. And just to remind everyone, all of their eco earth-friendly packaging and all the recycling advice that they give on the back. Another lovely popcorn tea for me later. But what do I have in here? Well, I actually have the Ren. So, and I think I just ordered a few extra bits to go with the Ren. So there we go. Let's just move the box out of the way and have a little look in here. Is it taped down? I don't know. It just pushes through. This is rather nice, actually. We've got some lovely sort of writing and a little landscapey thing on the front there. Oh, hold on. It's even got something written inside. Oh, wow. You can't actually quite see it, mind you. I'll try. The Ren with the quick and nervous energy flits about the garden, filling the air with its trilling song, a true delight, is that, in the landscape. Its melody blending with the rustle of leaves and the whispers of the breeze, creating a symphony of natural beauty, I think that says. Wow. So probably if I pulled it apart, but I don't really want to because I want to keep the packaging. But I think it's quite nice that you can see what's inside the package. So this then opens out. Lift to reveal. Okay. Oh, I see. So here we have the Ren. Oh gosh, that does feel nice. You could choose the cap. Well, you could choose your two parts. Now, does this just undo? Oh, there we go. So this is the colorway that I chose, but you can choose different tops and bottoms. But that's the colorway that I chose. So let's just pop that there for a minute. It does come with Tom's Studio ink, and it comes with a getting started leaflet. Okay, then I guess we need to get started. So let's move the packaging out of the way, and I'm going to pop that there so that I can read it. Unscrew the top section of your pen. Inside you'll find a reservoir. Go ahead and dip. Oh, hold on. Is it this bit that you have to unscrew? Ah. I see. There we are. Dip this in ink and watch the wonder of capillary action. Draw it into the pen. And you have to wait till the tip has got some ink on it. Okay, so I'm going to put this ink in it because I'm not sure whether the ink that comes with it is waterproof or not. So we are going to dip it in and wait. I'm not sure how long we'll have to wait, but we're going to wait for the nib to have some colour in it. So while it's doing that, all standard fountain pen ink works in the Ren. This means you can put the full spectrum of scientists estimate 10 million colours into your pen of choosing. Oh, look. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see that. The tip is now starting to turn into this lovely turquoisey colour, cobalt tealy colour. I'm not really too sure what this colour is until I get to write with it. So you can get more tips and you can get more of the reservoirs, which is what I've done here. So I've got some more reservoirs so that I can maybe have different inks. And I've also got some more tips in here. If you would like to change colours, you can store your previously inked reservoirs in a small jar and replace with a freshly filled reservoir in the colour of your choice. So there we go. How am I doing here? Oh, I've lost it. Okay, right. Let me see if I can find some tweezers to get that out with. Well, I don't know. I wonder if anyone else doing a demonstration has lost it in the... Where is it? There it is. Okay, I've got it. Oh, right. Well, I mean, to me, that looks like it's full. So I am now going to pop that back in there and screw it up. And I'm going to find something to clean my fingers with. So I've got some baby wipes here because I need to clean clean my tweezers that I use for my eyebrows. Oh gosh, good job I had them handy. Right. Otherwise I might end up with green eyebrows. We don't want that. Okay, so that's that wiped. And that's that put back. So let's just clean bottom of this off then, like so. Pop that one back on. There, right. Let's move all of that out of the way. Put the lid on that before I make another mistake. So you might well want to hold on to yours a bit more than I did. Right, I need something to write on. So what have I got that I can write on? I've got this lovely new notebook here, which is rather pretty. So I think what I will do is I will just put something like there we go. So I think you can see, I mean, it's got a lovely feel to it. And because I've got spare little ones of these so as I can have different ink, and I've also got some spare nibs in here. Oh, some of them have fallen out in the bottom. There's 3. But I'll keep them in the package for now. And I will keep them inside this, and then I won't lose it, which I think is a sensible thing for me in particular to do, like that. Now I'm just also going to test it. That's nice. I'm also going to test it on some watercolor paper. So I've got this, I've just been doing some swatches on this, that's all. So can we we can draw with it. There we go. You can definitely draw with it. This is a beautiful colour. How would I describe this colour? I think I would describe it a little bit. It's a bit like a cobalt teal, but a bit greener. And it's called Clara. So I do have lots of the other Rohrer and Klingner inks, but I guess this one is this one's a new one for me. But I'm now going to be able to use it in this. And then it just, oh, it's so dinky. It's so sweet. Oh, I love it. And it's a perfect size. I mean, you can do it a lot looser from the top. You can go a lot neater, holding it closer. There you go. I mean, that was very simple to fill up and everything. I just yeah, if you're like me and sometimes you get a little bit of arthritis in your hands and things, then I think maybe you might need a pair of pliers or anything to just hold on to it, really. But I will keep all of that together like so, because that will I will then know that those are the right ones to go with that particular pen, because I do obviously have the other 2 Tom's Studio Lumos pens that I have. So yeah, I've kept that safe, and that is my latest lovely addition. Okay, well, I'm going to get my big box of goodies out that I've been saving up, and yeah, I'll see how far I get in the box as to how much of it I do in one video or whether I break it up into 2 videos. So I'm going to go and get that box and pull something else out of it now. Back in a second. Okay, so the box is a trifle big, but let's just okay, so we have quite a lot of stuff in here. I'll just maybe pull it to one side for a minute. I think what I want to have a play with next is the Schminker Liquid Earth Liquid Chalk. Now, I do already have the liquid charcoal. So I'm wanting to, so this is liquid chalk, not liquid charcoal. So I want to have a look and see what they do next, I think. So I'm going to close the box, make a bit of room. I'm going to get my sketchbook. And where did we get to? Okay, so it looks like I've got a bit of a page here to play with. So I was obviously lining this up for something, but that doesn't matter. Let's find my pen, and I'm going to put them all on the same page. So we've got Schminker, liquid chalk, and what is this? Liquid charcoal. Okay, so we've got 3 colours that come in this cute little box of the liquid chalk, which is, what colours are these? Sanguine, umber, liquid chalk, liquid umber, liquid sanguine. Okay, so I was right. So let's write their names down. And then this one was called Cherry Pit Black. So I'm going to put C for charcoal. No, that won't work because they're all... Okay, and CH for the chalk. And if I put that at the top, then I'll know what I've done. Aha! Right, let's get some water. Move this around a bit better for you. So we're going to start with some liquid sanguine. And there we go. There's a brush. Okay. Well, it's very matte compared to watercolor, obviously. I don't know, maybe I expected a bit more texture to it or something. This is called liquid umber. Looks, maybe I just didn't put down enough of the other one. Let's try adding a bit more to it. Okay, I just didn't really add enough water. I think if you want to see some sort of granulation and effects, you need to add a bit more water than I did. Then we've got the liquid charcoal. Oh, that looks very, very clear. Not sure how much this is going to show up. I might try using that on top of something. Yeah, that one's not really showing up very well at all. And although I swatched this the other day, I'll do it again because it's quite nice to see these sort of charcoal chalk ones together, I think. Yet again, you need to add your water to it. So, I mean, I think these are nicely textured for if you are someone like me doing landscapes. I'm going to quickly dry them and then I'm going to see if I can put the liquid chalk on top of the other one, the darker one. Okay, so those are dry. I'll bring them back up so that you can see them dry. So even when I feel them, they have got texture to them. But where is our, here it is, our liquid chalk one. Let's just add a little bit. And see what happens. If you can see it on the top of, not really. It's not really doing anything much. Okay, well, the only one that I'm a bit disappointed in is this, the liquid chalk. I'm not sure how that's going to show up or even go over anything else, but the liquid sanguine and the liquid umber I can see are going to be very useful, together with the liquid charcoal in the cherry pit black. So yeah, I'm liking those a lot. They will be very useful in my doing my landscapes. So let's just pop those back in the box for a minute. And I think I've got a, rather than keep bringing the box back up, somewhere in here I have got a pencil kind of just on its own. Here it is. So I got this little, that's not the box, it was just a box to put it in. This is the Stabilo Caribothelio, gosh, and have we got a colour on it? A number even? 704. Okay. I've not tried these Stabilo coloured pencils before. Oh, it's not. It's a okay, well, I wasn't buying what I thought I was then. This is pastel pencil. I thought it was an ordinary pencil, coloured pencil, but it's actually, but even so, it is a gorgeous colour. I can still see that being useful in my mixed media. So that is the Stabilo. What number was that? 704. Because it hasn't got a colour on it. So yeah, that's really quite interesting. I've got a whole set of, I mean, this is all of my pastel pencils, but I'm pretty sure I haven't got that colour in here. I've got various makes. I've got Contia Paris, I've got Faber-Castell's Pit Pastels. Yeah, maybe that's all I've got in there. Well, I don't know, is that one different? That one looks a bit different. Anyway, well, I will add that to my collection of pastel pencils. In fact, I don't think I've ever swatched all of my pastel pencils out. If anyone wants me to swatch all of my pastel pencils out, let me know. And I'll be happy to do that. So there we go. That's that one. Then what have we got next? Will go nicely in here. So I've got this art graph. What are they calling this? Watercolor graphite. This little tin. So let's add this in. I've seen people with the bigger tins, but I didn't really want to spend that much, not knowing if I would. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's rather nice. I mean, I've bought these things to add texture to my multimedia painting. There we go, this little tin of art graph watercolor graphite. Very nice. Okay. Wasn't it exciting, all these lovely new things? Right, have we got anything else that's going to kind of fit with what I'm putting there on the page, so to speak? Probably not really. Okay, so I'm going to need to dry this and get a new page so that I can swatch out some of the other things that I've got in the books. Back in a moment. Okay, so I've dried that off, but before we move away from these, I'm just going to bring those up closer so that you can have a good look at them now that they are dry. And I think lovely, interesting textures. If anyone knows what to do with this liquid chalk one, let me know, because at the minute I can't quite see where I'm going to be using it. But anyway, I suppose I could use it to make a lighter brown colour, or a lighter kind of sanguine colour. I could use it for mixing, maybe. Anyway, if you can think of anything else that I could use it for, let me know. So let's move on then. I'm going to make more space on my desk and bring up the next thing. Right, what I have next is some Winsor & Newton Designer's Gouache. So I actually have mostly acrylic gouache, which mostly is Turner's acrylic gouache. I don't have many tubes that are just plain gouache. And to my detriment, when I tried to make up a little travel palette. I made it up with the acrylic gouache. Obviously, I couldn't re-wet it. So silly of me. Anyway, so if I want to take some gouache out with me, I really need to be able to have just ordinary gouache. And this particular set was on offer, which was why I bought it. I don't use gouache very much, and I probably won't use the colours as they are. I will probably mix my own colours from these, but because they're probably a bit bright, really. So let's just get this wrapping off. There we go. That's it. They're just in. So let's write down what colours we've got first. So we've got primary yellow. So this is W&N Designers Gouache. Primary yellow, permanent yellow deep, then we've got spectrum red, and primary red. Then we've got primary blue, ultramarine, permanent green middle, yellow ochre, ivory back, and zinc white. Okay. Okay, let's get these out one by one then, and we'll give these a try. I mean, that is bright. Okay. Ooh, let's get in shot. So I think on another day I will make up my own colours using these, but for now we need to know what colours we've actually got. Yeah, I think these were something like 40% off when I got them, so I did well with these. I mean, I think because they are more sort of primary colours, I should be able to do some nice mixes with them. That's the whole idea anyway. Oh, I've gone quiet, haven't I? If any of you know of some good mixes to get some more natural greens and browns, if any of you have some colours like these, then let me know in the comments down below. I will use some of those ideas in my next video when I'm making up my own colour palette with these mixes from these paints, gouache paints. Okay, nearly there. So we've got our now kind of a zinc white. Is that the white that I normally get? Somewhere I have got my, here it is. Just says permanent white on this one, whereas this one says zinc white. There's obviously a difference, isn't there? Okay, well, let's see. Just make sure my brush is clean. Okay, I'm going to compare that to this one, which just says permanent white rather than zinc white. Oh wow. Okay, zinc white then. I'm guessing I think hopefully you can see that on screen. The zinc white I think is more of a mixing white, whereas this permanent white, which is the one I normally buy, is very much does what my bleed proof white does. It's yeah. So okay, well at least I know that now. So I can use it in the mixes, but yeah, I probably won't be using that much like I would my bleed proof white. So here we go. I will bring these up. They are still a trifle wet, but I think that gives you an idea of what is in this introductory set, it's called, and it gives you 10 14mm tubes. So yeah, there we go. That is that one. Let's see what's next then. So next I've got what's called this painting notebook, 80 centimeters by 80 millimeters, sorry, so it's 8 centimeters. Is that roughly about maybe about 4 inches then? That's my 4-inch paper. No, it isn't quite. So 3 inches then. 3 inches by 3 inches, I'm guessing. And I've already put some paints in here, but maybe I didn't leave them to dry for long enough because it's kind of smudging a bit. But you can see that this opens out. You've got your notebook to paint in, and you've already got your paints on this side. Yeah, it looks like I just closed that a bit too soon before these had hardened up. But because you've got this clear plastic thing, which I won't pull across now again, but it just moves across. You can see what colours you've got, but that protects the paints from going where you don't want them to go. Yeah, I just thought that that was rather sweet. I will swatch out the colours that I've put in mine, just to clean that gouache off my brush. So I have got some buff titanium, I've got some, this looks like Turner's yellow, yeah, gosh, that one didn't fill up very well at all. I've got a burnt sienna, and this one is dusk yellow, a lavender, cobalt blue, this is cochineal. I've got a bit of a mixture in here. And then our final one Payne's Grey. But looking at it, I am going to need to clean that off. There we go. Yeah, so I've just cleaned the lid off. And it seems I just didn't quite give them long enough to dry. So I'm going to leave them out. But I got this from Temu, and I just thought it was a rather interesting little thing. I mean, I think it cost me about £3 or £4. So, and what does it say? Yeah, I'm not too sure how many pages it's got. It looks like it's got 50 pages. Yeah, 50. And this is not cold pressed. Well, if it is, it's hardly got any texture to it. It's a very, very light texture. Feels a little bit too smooth for watercolor. Maybe it's just a slightly textured mixed media paper in actual fact. But yeah, that's, let me just see if I can put it out. That's what it looks like on the front. So yeah, an interesting little notebook with some paints on it as well. So there we go, there's that one. What else have we got in here? I got some Schminker, some more Schminker paints. So I haven't got very many Schminker paints. Where's my thing gone? See if I can open this. Oh, I found some scissors, they'll do. So this was a set of 6 5mm tubes, and the colours in here are, we've got Crimson Lake, Vermilion Hue, Permanent Yellow Deep, Viridian Hue, Cobalt Blue Hue, and Burnt Sienna. So I'm going to swatch those out and add them to the Holbein ones that I've got, which I will just grab. So here we go. This is my little tin. And this at the moment is my whole selection of Holbein paints. So at the minute I've got Jaune Brilliant, Yellow Ochre, Mars Violet, Sepia, Perylene Maroon, Olive Green, Cobalt Blue, Bright Rose and Payne's Grey. So this will be really adding to my selection. So I'm going to have to find some more whole pans for me to squeeze these in and add them to my tin, and then do a slightly different swatch card by the looks of it. So yeah, that's what I will be doing next. Okay, so trying not to make this video too long, I have now swatched out my new Holbein 5mm tubes, and I will show these ones to you. Permanent Yellow Deep, Burnt Sienna, Vermilion Hue, Crimson Lake, Viridian Hue, and Cobalt Blue Hue. So I had already swatched the ones that I'd already got in this painter's colour diary up the top there. So, and then done some mixes down below. So there we go. I've put them all in my painter's colour diary so that I know what I've got. And I've added them to my little palette where I keep all of my Holbein paints. So this is the selection of Holbein paints that I now have, which I'm very pleased with. I'm liking all of these. It's interesting to see the difference between the cobalt blue and the cobalt blue hue. The hue is definitely a phthalo. It's a phthalo blue, whereas this is an actual cobalt blue. So there we go. And obviously this is not Viridian. It's a Viridian hue. So this is a phthalo green. So hue normally means that it's not the normal pigment. It's been made into that colour, if you like. Same with the vermilion hue. So, but I'm not too bothered about that. I think that they are a good set of colours. I've got a kind of a neutral with the Jaune Brilliant. I've got a couple of yellows now, a couple of greens, a couple of blues. I've got 3 kind of reds. I've got my bright rose that I can't be without. I've got a couple of browns, well, 3 browns actually, and a Payne's grey. So I think that that has made this palette rather lovely. So there we go. That's my little palette that I've made up with all of my Holbein paints in. Moving on then, let's find something else in my box. So I've got these, and these were from Cotton Twist, Now, these are meant for children. They're the jumbo watercolour pencils tin, and together with the postage it came to £13.90. So please bear in mind that these are probably, you know, they're not going to be light fast, but I've got them to do sketching in my sketchbooks, not for other paintings, but they have come nicely wrapped. And here is the tin, which you could have a name put on it, but I didn't bother. So here we go, watercolor pencils. And if I bring this up, there we go. Bold and bright colors. Dip the pencils into water before use. For a watercolor effect, use a wet paintbrush to blend your colors. And then it says, try these mixes for some useful colors. So it gives you, you know, those two colors equal that one. And yeah, really quite sweet little card that's come with it. So here we are. Here are our cotton twist watercolor pencils. So I'll carry on this. You'll remember that's where I've just done my Winsor and Newton. So I'm going to pop these in here. If I can, there's my pen. So we'll label this up as cotton twist watercolor pencils. Okay, so do they have color names on them? They have no names on them. Oh well, okay, we will just swatch them out to start off with then. They've got a kind of a triangular shape to them, so they're not going to roll off the desk. They do feel quite nice in your hand. Oh look, hold on, I didn't notice that. You get a tiny little paintbrush. I mean, it's probably not the best paintbrush in the world, but I will use that in a moment. I'll just get the glue off of it. We'll pop that over there for a minute. Right. There's our pink. We've got brown. So inside is this. It's all wood inside there. For you to rest the crayons on. That's not cardboard. That is actually wood. And you even get a little wooden sharpener. So that's rather nice as well. Right, let's try wetting these then. Oh, I mean, obviously this I will not be using this brush, but It came with it, so I'm using it just to wet one side. That's a bit disappointing. The black isn't kind of moving that much. However, let us also do what they said to do and dip it in the water. Okay, there you go. So it's quite true. You can dip them in the water. And I guess let's try mixing. I'm taking the blue and the yellow. This is one of those Caran d'Ache pencil palettes. So okay, I'm hoping you can see that. I have actually now got blue paint. Oh, this paintbrush is dreadful. I've got green paint and I've got yellow paint. So if you use something like this, then however, I know exactly where that paintbrush is going to go, and it's got all hairs coming out of it. So that one is going straight in the bin. But I do think that you could take these out and mix your colours. And for the price and the nice neat little tin, and I could probably find a nice small, wonder if I can find one. Let's have a look. I got a little in one of my sets. Oh. Okay. I have just found, this is obviously from one of my Van Gogh sets, but it's very small and it's actually probably a better brush than the one that they gave me. Well, that, oh, it's too long. So that's not going to fit. Oh, that's such a shame, isn't it? So it needs to be shorter. Right. Okay, that's not my answer then, is it? I will have a play. I won't take up time doing that. But, yeah. For the actual set was £10.95 and then my postage was £2.95. But that's not a bad little set, is it? For just doing some sketching outside. Yeah, I think that that's all right. So let me move these and bring up the next thing. Move that one out of the way. And so, what do we have next? Okay, let's stick with our paints for the minute. And the next thing that I bought was this urban sketching kit. It's by Rosa Gallery, and there are 12 colours in here apparently. So, oh, look at the colour of the tin. Wow. So it's one of these metal tins. Oh, lovely. And I've even got something to swatch them out on. So there's my 12 colours. So does it give me the 12 colours on the back? It does as well. Okay. All right. What a lovely thing. It says, produced in the Ukraine, developed in collaboration with professional artists. So this is their urban sketching set. Okay, so I will swatch them on here. I'm going to zoom in so that you get a better view. Let's do, oh, wibble wobble. Okay, that should work a bit better. So we have got titanium white, which is good. And that has got 3 stars and opaque as the rating on it. What is it? PW6. There we go. Let's just move that one out of the way. Ooh, sticky, sticky. Actually, that doesn't matter. That can... Oh no, we'll get it off. Look, we will get it off. So that's our first one. And I'm going to use a better brush. So here we go. I'm going to use my size 6 Princeton Snap. Oh yes, actually, you might not be able to see that too well, but that is a titanium white. Yeah. So there we go. There is our. I'll lift this out actually. It'll be easier to do it, I think. Right, you can go back in. Let's get. Actually, if I take all of the top row out. Okay. Next up, we have got cadmium yellow light, and it is PY35. It's got 3 stars and semi opaque. So let's see if we can get this one off. Oh. I might have to speed this bit up. Because it's taken me a while to unpeel things. So cadmium yellow light. Very nice colour. I'm hoping, actually, does it give all of the... Oh, it does. So on the back, it does give me all the information of the pigments and the light star rating. So 3 is their highest light star rating, just so that you know. Right, then we have got... Is it? Oh, bright red. This is just called bright red. And bright red, off you come, is PO73, PR254, 3 stars, and transparent. Bright red. I think that the Rosa Gallery paints are extremely good value. There we go. And I do already have my big set of Rosa Gallery. So this is Magenta Rose. Magenta Rose is 3 star, transparent, and PR122. Oh gosh, some of these are quite hard to peel off, but we will get there. In fact, I noticed that this one in particular has got if you look, it's got this little piece of waxy paper here. So it's obviously one that is known to be quite tacky. Ooh, getting in a right mess. There we go. Yeah, this one is proving quite hard to peel off, but it doesn't really matter too much as long as I get the top bit off. So let's... Oh, that is a lovely colour. That almost reminds me of my favourite Holbein Bright Rose. There we go, get that one in there. Okay, let's just open that up a bit so that I can get this middle row out, which is quite hard. We'll just bend that right back, I think, so that I can really push them out. There we go. So what have we got on this row then? This is just called Green, and it is PG8. This one is only 2 stars. Everything so far has been 3 stars, and this is transparent. So let's just see if we can peel this one off. Okay, there we go. So this is just called Green. And I just blobbed green on my titanium white. Can you see? Can I lift that off? More or less. Okay, so there we have our green. Next, we've got emerald green. Okay, emerald green. And that's another one that's got a little bit of the waxy paper over it. Emerald green. Pop that there. Emerald green is PG7, 3 stars and transparent. There. Followed by cobalt blue. Cobalt blue, PR28, 3 stars, semi-transparent. See how I can get this one off. As you can see, my fingers are getting quite dirty. So please excuse the dirty fingers and things as I'm trying to peel these off. Some of them are proving quite hard to peel off, in all honesty. Oh, gosh. This one is really tricky to get. Okay, there we go. Right, cobalt blue. Got there in the end. They're re-wetting really, really easily, by the way. And the colours are, as you can see, they really are lovely and pigmented. In you go. Right, I feel like I need a tissue because my fingers are getting sticky. There we go. Next up is ultramarine, which is what you would expect. And we've got 3 stars, PB29. It says it's granulating, semi-transparent. Oh, now that one pulled off nicely. So let's have a look at ultramarine. I mean, the pigments for cobalt blue and ultramarine are spot on. PB28 and PB29. The emerald green was a phthalo green, which you quite often find. So there we go. Pop that one in. Right. Need to just do those back up again. Right. Let's pull them back a bit so that I can get these ones out. Our final 4 in this set. And we have got yellow ochre, 3 stars and semi opaque. So yellow ochre, These look like a really useful there set of colours, not just for urban sketching, but because I can see we've got some browns coming up, so I think that these would be fine for landscape as well. So there is our yellow ochre. Then we've got royal brown. Royal brown is granulating, 3 stars, and it's transparent. Oh, and that one seems to be peeling off quite nicely as well. I was just unlucky with some of them, I think. Oh. There we go. So this was royal brown. Yeah, royal brown. Okay. Royal brown. Oh, that's very nice. That, I think, has been used instead of a burnt sienna, which would normally be in a set like this. Then we've got sepia. That's 3 stars and semi-opaque. So, to be honest, so far there's only been one that is 2 stars. The rest of them have all been 3 stars. So, sepia. And then I'm guessing this will be Payne's grey. No, neutral black. Okay. Neutral black is, oh gosh. Right, PB. I wonder if I can read it better on this one. No, not particularly. Okay. PB15:1, PBK7 and PBR177. Okay, so it's like a neutral tint then, I would guess. But it's called neutral black. Oh no, is this going to be another one that's hard to get off? Or maybe not. No, we're nearly there. So neutral black. There. Right, let's just tighten all of this up. And then we can pop it back in like so. And then I will bring all of these up. They're still wet at the minute, but I'll do a round up at the end. So I'm going to leave that drying in there. And I'll have a better play with them another time because I've still got things to open. But there we go. That is the, where am I? The urban sketching set, which I think is rather lovely. And I do like the colour of the tin. That's rather good as well. Right. So let's move along, and I'll pop them to one side, dry out. And I might just very quickly clean up my fingers a bit. Right, what else do we have in the box? So I've got a few sketchbooks. I'm saving what I think is the best till last. But let's move on to this next, which is called a bottle pen. And at the moment it's so you fill it up, there you go, fill it up, and you do need to snip the end, and then you've got that on the top. And I'm going to be using this to fill water brushes with, and I'm going to take that in a travel kit, so that I only need to take one water brush with me, and I can just use this to refill. As you can see, that was £1.40. So that's the bottle pen. I don't think I need to explain that too much. Then I've got a little concertina sketchbook, which is a Sea White of Brighton. Now my normal size is, where are we? Is, I think I need to zoom back out again. So my normal size that I used for Inktober is this size. And this, they all come in these lovely cases, by the way. This size is, wrong way around, 7 by 3.5. So this one is a baby one, I guess you could say. Baby one, here we go. And yet again, it's in its little case. Look at this. So this can be my little travel one, and this is only 3 inches by 4¼ inches. So a nice small little size, keeps it safe in its little case. And many of you will have already seen me where I used, where are we, here we go, where I used this over Inktober. So you know, I did lots of abstract in it, so I know that I can throw lots of loose watercolor, pens, pencils, acrylics. I can stick down some collage papers. I've used Neocolor 2s. Well, I've used just about anything you could think of that I've thrown at this, and yeah, it works. It just works. So I'm very happy to have got this little diddy one, and it does say it's 140 GSM, 38 possible working surfaces. Yeah, tiny little concertina sketchbook. So that will be my travel one. And then I have got these. Now, this one has got sample written on it because when I went into my favourite little shop in a place called Bungie, this was the only one they had left. So I did get this with a little bit of a discount. But yeah, this has got obviously the Fabriano paper in it. And it says, where are we? It is 5 3/4 by 8 1/4 inches. We've got 60 pages. It's 160 GSM. And it's mixed media paper. And you can kind of see where it's got a little bit of a texture, but I'm pretty sure. And I'm just going to grab, where did I put those paints? Here they are, because these are at hand. So let's just throw a bit of paint at it. Let's try mixing. Oh, nice. So I use quite a lot of water when I'm painting, but there we go. I've thrown a bit of water at it. What else might we use? We might use our coloured pencils. So let's grab that's all right, that was a luminance, so we might use that. I might also use my Art Graph soft carbon pencil. Yay, that's working quite nicely. Let's grab, we got here, oh here we go, Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pen. This is chromium green. Okay, Neo Colour. Where are my Neo Colours? There you are. Let's get some Neo Colour on there. Lovely. I might use a fountain pen. Right, I'm going to let that dry. I can see it is buckling a little bit with the watercolour, but we'll let that dry and we'll come back to it in a bit. But this is called the Fabriano Drawing Book. Fabriano Drawing Book. So I'm not expecting it to be, and it is only 160 GSM, but I rather like it. It's got kind of like a cloth cover on it. And yeah, let's just leave that one to dry for a minute. And then we'll have a look at, this is the Pith Tangalo. Okay, so it says here 200 GSM, 100% cotton, 76 pages, section sewn binding. That means you're going to be able to lay it flat. Medium tooth texture, acid free, no animal products. Can't see what that says. Okay. oh, responsible materials. So yeah, that's one of the nice things about it, really. So yes, this is the Tangelo, and let's measure it then. So you can see the binding on this, which means that it's going to lay perfectly flat. So we've got, it's 15.5 by 22.2 centimetres. But let's see what that is in what I call old money here in the UK, which I still work in. So it's roughly just over 8.5 inches by 6 inches. So there we go. It's quite a nice size. And this Tangelo is landscape. So let's do the same in the back of this one. And we will put down some of our materials. Okay. That's our Neo Colour 2. There we go. There's my fountain pen. So they're all working okay. Let's take a watercolour marker. And we'll get you down. We need some watercolour again. So let's be using our Rosa Gallery. What colour shall we use this time? Let's go with this emerald green. And we'll mix a bit of yellow ochre in there. That gives us a nice green. So we've got some watercolour there. What else might we use? Oh yeah, coloured pencil. Let's go for a different colour this time. Go for a Derwent Light Fast in Deep Rose. Trying to think what else we might use. Well, let's try. I mean, this is just a rough, quick. Let's try a bit of this liquid graphite. Okay, we will leave that to dry and come back and we'll see. I think that's going to perform really well, actually. Right. Okay, now for something that I really, really want to play with. So, I ordered this from Amazon and it's supposed to be for eyeshadows. And so therefore, it comes with these little eyeshadow containers. This is magnetic, but I am not going to use those. The reason I'm not going to use those, so I'm going to put those back in the little packet that they came in. So it came with loads of them, because I'm going to use this with something else. Okay, so I'll keep them just in case, because they might be useful for something else. But I have here some art toolkit inserts, the little pans. Out you come. Right, so they stick beautifully. So I think with my new gouache that I have bought from Winsor Newton, and maybe some other gouache that I already have. Okay, so these are some mixing areas. I just have to, wow, they fit in there beautifully. Sorry, there's a bit of a shine because of this mirror, isn't there? Why don't I just pop a cloth over that to stop that from shining too much? So let's see, can we fit? I'm going to sort my setup first, because I do prefer these bigger pans, but I really wasn't sure what would fit in here and what wouldn't. Should I have them that way round or that way round? No, maybe that way round. Let's see, what can we fit in? Look, oh my gosh, I should have bought more. Never mind, I can buy more, but there we go. So I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to do that today, but I will be having fun. I wonder if they are different to these circle ones, or whether maybe I could use a couple in the bottom there. Maybe a few pennies. Maybe I could. We'll give that a go. So just saying, I will look up the price of this, but I think this actual, I mean, it shuts magnetically. It looks rather lovely. It's pretty big. It's, oh, I had it the right way around initially. Hold on. It's 7 inches by 4 inches. So that's how big it is. And if I compare that to, if I can find my art toolkit, which I believe, there we go, found it. Oh, so this is the largest art toolkit that I've got. This is the folio palette. So there we go, there's the folio, and this is this eyeshadow palette, but the whole thing is magnetic, so you can fit these in, or you could use the ones that come with it. Now I think you could probably use, if we take this sticky bit off, you could probably use, now you can see my camera, you could probably use this mirror for mixing on. I think that's what I will do. But isn't that just wonderful? In fact, I could probably fit one more in there, can't I? Let's get one more. Why not? Because we can. Yes, we can. So, there we go. We have got lots of mixing area, and it is not as slim as the art toolkit, but it's not far off. And so on another video, I am going to be filling this wonderful palette. Yay! And I've done it at a really cheap price. So there we go. Ooh, excitement, huh? So that's about it for everything that I had in my box of goodies. Let me see if we can bring some of the things up that were still drying for you to see better. So I think the colours in the urban set of Rosa Gallery paints, they're more or less dry. So that will give you an idea of what's in that set. I will leave links to everything below. What else were we waiting to dry? Here we go. Yeah, that's not quite dry, but almost. Let's just block that a bit. This paper in the Fabriano, which was, yeah, it was a lot less. It was 160 GSM, but it does have a little bit of texture to it. You can see it is buckling a little bit, but I don't think that will bother me, because I will be using it as a sketchbook, not to produce wonderful pieces of work on. So, and I think, yeah, it's got so many pages in it, 60 pages. So, yeah, worth it, I would say. And if you're someone that uses a lot of mixed media, but not necessarily watercolor, then I think it would probably do okay. You can see that the art graph pencil has come through a little bit, but do you know what? I would probably only use one side of this in any case. So that's the Fabriano drawing book. And then with our Piftangelo, which I believe is one of the newer ones out. Yeah, we're not looking too bad. There is a little bit of buckling where I've used the water with other things. The watercolor itself, though, is not buckling too much. I think if I had to pick between the two, this paper is the nicer, and I like the fact that it lays flat. So yeah, really good little sketchbook. Oh, something I forgot to show you with, I've just noticed it, so I'll go back to this. You get this little tool. I can work out how, oh yeah, this way. You get this tool because obviously it's for making eyeshadows, but I'm thinking this is going to be really good for Yeah, just pressing and mixing and making sure that they're all flat. But yeah, it actually comes with this tool as well. So I will no longer have to use a bent paper clip. I actually have a little tool here to help to put paint in these smaller palettes. So what a bargain. I'll list everything with the prices below. But yeah, I'm chuffed to bits. So yeah, heaps of goodies, loads of things that I've shared with you. I'm probably not going to get them all back on my desk, but yeah, I hope that some of them will have been of interest for you. I know that I have had a lot of fun with them, and not forgetting my lovely Ren pen. So yeah, a little bit of an art haul that I've been saving up. If you want to see anything in more in depth, or you want to see me using some of these things, then do let me know in the comments below. I definitely will be doing a video to fill this palette with. Yeah, hopefully not too far ahead in the future. So thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay calm, and I appreciate your support and subscribing and hitting that notice bell if you can. It really does help support me and the channel. So bye bye for now, everyone.